Hello, everybody. Hope you're doing well, staying safe, staying happy, and staying healthy. I'm your boy MK, and welcome back to Mike's Misogynistic Mondays. Okay, let me unmute El Jefe here. Unfortunately, I see the permanent green circle around his name, so I'm going to disconnect and reconnect him. And by doing that, I mean I'm just going to reconnect, and there we go.
Does it work?
It works.
Yes. Welcome to Mike's Magnificent Misogynist Memorial Day Monday. It's not Memorial Day, but
It's Labor Day, but you know, it's M's. We'll take the
L
M's.
L is right before M on the alphabet. So if you made a typo, then it could conceivably be at least Mabor Day.
Labor Day.
That counts for something, doesn't it?
It does. It does count for something. How you doing, buddy?
I'm all right. How are you?
You know, not too bad. See here. I was scheduled till 9 last night. Didn't leave work till about 11. And
Well, that's good from a money standpoint, right?
I mean, relatively speaking, I don't like necessarily try to brag on stream about how much I do as a delivery driver, but I ended up the night with $91. So good, but I took like 15 deliveries, so it's kind of like, oh, I feel like with that many I should have had more, but hey,
I think that's pretty reasonable, honestly.
it is pretty reasonable. But yeah, I only got like 4.5 hours of sleep last night. But I took an hour nap.
That's less reasonable.
Yeah. So I got like an hour nap. Then I spent some time with my son this afternoon. Took him to a friend of my ex-wife's. We like to call her Auntie Mo. She is a wonderful person, and she is well deserving of the title Auntie Mo. Then let's see here. I've been fighting with technology, so I bought a new router because it was on sale at Best Buy, and even on Amazon, you know, I compared the price on Amazon because that's what I do. Sure. And to buy it on Amazon, it was $230. At Best Buy, I got the router for $102. So it's a router that's meant to handle lots of little smart devices, so like my Echoes, my smart light switches, and that kind of stuff. And I've been trying to figure out how to use my old router basically as a Wi-Fi repeater, and so far I'm batting 0 for everything. Even trying to just like do it old-fashioned way and, you know, connect a Ethernet cable to it and put the router in my bedroom and use it to extend the network. But my power line adapter wasn't connecting to my main power line adapter, which sucks.
Yeah. That sounds like all kinds of fun. And by all kinds of fun, I mean the kind of fun that comes from when you attempt to amputate your fingers with a crowbar.
Yeah, so I unplugged everything, and I basically went, all right, it's time to just take a day off. Hello, Hollow Void, Triple X, how are you doing tonight? Thank you for joining the stream. We're just about to get started up here. So,
yeah, welcome to the stream, buddy. Hope you enjoy.
Yes, hope you enjoy. Let you know, this is my first time through this game. I like all the ladies. I don't remember which one, El Jefe, who is joining me in Discord here. I don't remember who you have dibs on.
Petra. So speaking of Petra, we're going to be nice to her on today's stream.
Yes, we will be. And Hollow, if you would like to join the Discord for this channel, you can feel free to join it right there. Mostly use it to try to keep you guys up to date on when I'm streaming every Monday, Wednesday, and Thursday. Occasionally I miss because I'm 31 years old. I am old, and life generally has to take responsibilities. Something like that. Okay.
It takes something. It takes something all over your free time, that's for sure.
It really does. But here I am, and yeah. And while I'm pimping my things, I might as well just throw out today's VOD on YouTube is the special brownies from the Pope episode. So if you want to catch up on that, that would be 2 weeks ago. I post on YouTube about 2 weeks after I do it on Twitch. So as soon as basically the day the VOD goes away on Twitch, it goes up on YouTube. And then I also have other videos every day of the week, sometimes much to the detriment of my, I would say, mental health, but not exactly my mental health. It's more or less of just detriment of my stress levels some days. But I'm getting better at that, because now I only have to film 4 videos at a time, and in about a week I'll only be doing, well, I'll still have to do 4 videos. We'll have to start catching up on stuff. But nonetheless, here we are. It says head out to the battlefield, but I don't believe it. Quests. Maintaining my training. But bulletin board, maybe? No, it's... Ooh, wait, unit appearance?
So, unit appearance is going to let you choose how your how your characters look. I don't remember what specifically you have control over, because like some of it is DLC, but like you should be able to set, like, for example, you can set, yeah, you don't have any options here. You'd have the option of loungewear, and trust me, it's a lot less enticing than it sounds. There, for example.
Shucks.
But then, like, you can if you select her again, you can go to the in battle, and you can have her like wear either her class outfit, as you see there, or she'll wear her default outfit with the hat.
I actually kind of like her class outfit. There's something about it that's alluring. Maybe it's the slits around the legs.
Something. Can't quite put your finger on it.
Nope, I cannot put my finger on it.
I was gonna say, you definitely can't put your finger on it, because she'd smack you.
It's so true.
It is very true. She is used to that sort of attention. She has the contingency plans in place. But so the reason why I mentioned we're going to be nice to Petra today, like, because we're nice to Petra every day, because it's Petra.
Because she's good girl Petra.
Being mean to Petra is like kicking puppies. It's like something that you just don't do, and it's something that provokes an immediate and violent reaction from me. But
yes.
No, specifically today is Petra's birthday. Not in the game, in like real life, quote unquote.
Wait, what?
So, like, the thing is that each of the characters has their own birthday, yes?
No.
There are 12 months of the Fodlan calendar. Each one corresponds to a real-life month. Petra's birthday is on the equivalent of September 7th.
Oh. Well, happy birthday to Petra. Happy birthday to Petra. Happy birthday, dear good girl Petra. Happy birthday to you. And that's my singing for the night. Probably not. I would like to do some gardening, though.
Alas, but we will have to avail ourselves of never hearing that again. The immense relief of it.
But, you know, if we're still playing and it's Dorothea's birthday, she'll get the sultry Marilyn Monroe version that I can't do.
I'm picturing, like, you serenading her with, like, a cello, like that one episode of Tom and Jerry.
God.
Where, like, he goes outside of some, like, female cat's, like, bedroom window at night, and he serenades her with a cello and a jazz song. It's great.
Nice.
Of course, it's doing well for him because it's Tom and Jerry, so you might want to maybe not do that part, but still.
Yeah. So, some blue shinies. I don't really want to fish, but, like, maintaining my training, esteemed company.
That is.
Oh.
Yeah, I was gonna say, that's the one where you have tea with Rhea.
I mean,
I know it's Rhea.
I mean, I'll do it.
I am trusting you. You must
I'll
be
do it. I
rather
believe you.
bewildered by the power that was hidden within. However,
Yeah, definitely bewildered.
know that I believe in you. I have no doubt that you will use that power justly.
I'll do my very best.
You will most
Oh.
certainly fulfill the grand destiny that the goddess has seen fit to grant you.
It just
Okay,
does-
John Calvin.
Yes. Been predestined to fulfill this grand destiny.
It's funny because we're living in a simulation and free will is a lie.
May I ask a favor of you?
Or alternatively, you're a Boltzmann brain.
Yeah, I'm not following that, but that's okay. Let's just
So
do...
it... Oh, well, I thought it was fascinating. Listen, it'll make good tea conversation material.
Yeah, okay, so I need to remember she
I'm pleased to have been invited.
is the Pope, effectively.
It's not effectively, she is just literally the Pope.
That's true.
She's really tall.
She's incredibly tall. Like, you're kind of forced to stare at her chestal region just because of her height.
Chestal.
The
I
chestal
still
region.
hate that hat, I'm not gonna lie. So my least favorite thing about Rhea is easily that hat.
That hat is...
I don't like this, like, ancient Mesoamerican headdress she's got going on.
It's very popey. You know, I don't remember who the comedian is, but it's basically like, you know, the level of power they have is all based on the size of their hat.
I don't know if that's a comedian or Team Fortress 2, but it could be both.
I think it's both. I think the comedian did it first, hell if I remember who, and then Team Fortress 2. Because I remember hearing that joke when I was in high school, and that was...
The tea is too hot. Okay, hold on. Last time that we had a tea party, there was like a stack of cookies there, and there's only 5 here.
It's because we had the special brownies, and we forgot to make more cookies. It happens.
Yeah, it's because you had the munchies. Is what it
Also,
was.
yes. I vote both.
Because of the special brownies.
Special brownies from the Pope.
You ate them and they just made you more hungry.
You're doing great work. I feel like butter her up, let her know that she's doing well. Oh yeah, there we go. Drawn to conversation.
It was elementary.
Yes.
And then... I feel like she wouldn't want to talk about the last battle because it happened here. New Gambit, I feel like she'd be not interested in that. Overcoming weaknesses feels like it'd be the next obvious choice.
I see.
Bam! I'm gonna-
Social engineer Mike over here.
Alright, so then...
He's gonna call some accounting professionals and tell them that he's the boss and he needs their password to log in.
Absolutely.
Of course.
Alright, okay, so... Ideal relationship, she's a Pope, she's not in a relationship, shareable
Shareable
snacks. She likes those special brownies, but I think thanks for everything, because she wants to hear a compliment because she gave me this job I didn't deserve.
Thankfulness.
Bam! Drawn into conversation. I win 3 out of
Have you grown
3.
accustomed to living in
God
the
of War
monastery?
PS4. Have you played that?
So the new one where it's Norse mythology, I have not.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, you owe it to yourself to play that game. That's an incredible game.
It is an incredible game, and I like Norse mythology, so I should do it. I'm trying to remember the game on the original. It was on the Xbox 360 that was based on lore mythology, and it was kind of a lot of people didn't love it, but I absolutely adored it because it was based on Norse mythology, and it was kind of a looter, third-person action looter shooter of sorts, and it was so much fun.
Huh.
I
It's
New
not ringing
Game
a bell,
Plus
but I'm
that a
not
couple
like
times.
I'm not like a PlayStation aficionado, so
It was on
I
Xbox,
guess that's my
not
fault.
PlayStation.
You can tell how much of a PlayStation aficionado I'm not from that comment. See, this is just underscoring my point.
Yes.
I'm also not an Xbox aficionado either.
But I wouldn't call you a PC Master Race guy either.
So that depends, because I definitely think the PC is the best platform just because of the versatility of it, because you can do so much more on it, and you can also emulate, among other things. But at the same time, I don't see the point in being super elitist, particularly when you have exclusives on PlayStation and Nintendo.
Not gonna disagree. Praise, commend.
Is that so?
Damn it!
how quickly this delightful time has passed. However, we must return to our work.
Yeah, I agree.
Effort.
It was a
But
valiant
honestly,
effort.
looting the
I
Pope is
appreciate
probably
your effort.
getting you sent to hell. So,
Yeah, and yeah, it's kind of like, let me observe you.
now speaking of tea time, hold on. I'm gonna go grab a glass of milk because I have a treat for this stream.
Oh, he has a treat for the street. Did you bring enough to? I hope he brought enough to share for the class. All right. So while we wait,
How are you managing the Sword of the Creator?
very well,
No
thank
problems? I hope you have not left it lying somewhere unattended or anything foolish like that.
I could leave it in the back of your skull if that would help you feel any better.
You will need the sword's power on your next mission. I trust you will handle it without much issue.
I handle it just fine. Me and my sword are one and the same. Goodbye. Sticky B button. Oh, hello, Leone. Captain Gerald seems
Captain
weird.
Gerald was all furrowed brow earlier. Do you know what's got him so concerned?
Welcome back. Did you bring enough to share with the class? Oh, no, he's not completely back yet. We just heard the door open and close, so presumably he is sitting down.
I've already sat down. You underestimate my power.
I do. I underestimate
When I say I have a
your
treat for the
power.
stream, I mean I have a treat for the duration of the stream for myself.
There's a
Not I have a treat.
Oh,
Any
that's,
way I
that's
can.
unfortunate.
I mean, you can imagine that you have your own pumpkin pie slice.
Damn it. Pumpkin pie. That's about the only... I am not a basic bitch. I do not like pumpkin spice, but pumpkin pie? Yum, yum, yum.
Funny about that, I had a pumpkin, what was like apparently a pumpkin cookie dough blizzard
Ooh.
at Dairy Queen.
That would be good. God,
I don't
did
think
buy
it
ice
had
cream
very
today.
much cookie dough in it, but I kept the container around for like half the day afterward because it smelled really nice.
Yeah.
I just left it on my desk and it just occasionally would like lift it up to my face and just snort like it's a line of cocaine.
So we had an order last night. They ordered from Florida. Apparently there's some sort of a Jeff's Pizza shop in Florida. Thank you for the follow, Hollow Void. I really do appreciate it, my man. You are awesome. Thank you. It won't help anyway. Why don't you ask him yourself?
I did, but he just dodged the question.
But anyway, so
Still,
this guy
it's
ordered,
worrying to
this
see him like
couple
that.
ordered from Florida. And I look at the address on the screen and I kind of go, well, that's not from Iowa. So I look it up. Obviously, it's from Florida. And I go, cool. I call them and it's like, well, I guess someone gets a free pizza. And I'm like, yes. So I do like pineapple on pizza. I know, hot-ish take. I like pineapple on pizza, but it depends on the accompanying ingredients, right?
Pineapple and onions.
They did pineapple, ham, and green pepper. And I'll tell you what, that is delicious.
No, you are factually wrong. Green peppers are terrible. I'm not gonna fight you on the pineapple on the condition that I get to denounce you for the green peppers. I despise green peppers. I hate them. I will never not hate them.
I will respect that you dislike green peppers,
Hi.
but I will say that I like green peppers. I'm the kind of guy that I could cut a green pepper into slices and then dip it in hummus and call that a delicious meal.
So next time that we have green pepper prep work to do, I'm gonna save it for you.
That's fine.
Like I'm only half joking there. Like I would legitimately every time I'm asked to do that job, I feel like I'm gonna puke.
Huh. What's up with him? They're clearly talking about Geralt. That's, Hanneman. Professor Hanneman. Captain Geralt. Not there.
Spell Hanneman without man.
Guess who you are. I have no clue. If you say it's impossible, I believe you. Why don't you?
It's Bruce Wayne. Final answer.
By the way, hello, Void. Triple X Void. I think, yeah, I was about to see. I saw you 3 months ago, so thanks for hanging out again. I need to find Gerald. Map was R. Yeah. Gerald's not here. Mercedes, Caspar, Petra. Yeah, now it is obvious. But thanks for hanging out, my dude. I appreciate seeing you again. Bernie.
I think you might have already, like, you're looking for Gerald, yeah?
We see. Aha, Knight's Hall.
I think you have actually already spoken with him. Because I think, like, this is, like, the 3rd week in the month, I want to say. And, so I want to say that you did, like, the first week you went around and talked with everyone.
Okay.
It's kind of hard to tell because, like, this is spaced out across, like, separate weeks for us as
That
well.
was 3 weeks ago, 2 weeks ago, last week, this
Okay,
week.
so yeah.
Okay, so I
'Cause, like the last week in game, you did a battle. You did the merchants battle. Oh, which means that
yes.
there's new merchants stalls to go. Oh, and I need to pull up the gift guide, don't I?
Yes, you do. You do need to open that gift guide.
Excuse me, the creator wants us to call it the gift guide. The gift guide.
Hold on a damn second here. Gift is how that's pronounced. Graphical interchange format. Graph. GIF. GIF. It is pronounced GIF.
I was just going by the fact that I pronounce it gift, and I'm obviously never wrong because I'm the protagonist of reality, so the creator must be lying.
This is being my first professor. I hear you have had. You become
Yeah.
a member? Is that having possibility? I have amazement.
Happy birthday, Petra.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you.
Where'd
Happy
you get her
birthday.
things?
This is
She
being
needs
my
a gift.
professor.
It is her
Tell us.
birthday.
You can also invite her to tea.
Yes. Oh, because she has other plans. She's doing her hair, you know, maybe she's going out with her friends. Or, you know, some guy already asked her to tea.
Honestly, she probably just doesn't like tea.
Probably.
Petra doesn't strike me as the type to go, like, I have other plans. She seems a lot more direct and honest than that.
Yeah.
So, being says she's from a place with a different culture than the, like, medieval Europe. Oh, yes, we are nobles, we drink tea. She probably just doesn't like tea.
Yeah, probably. This is true. So what kind of flower does she like? Because I don't want to, like, give her a sunflower and turns out she hates sunflowers.
Funny thing about that, she really likes sunflowers.
Bam! Then she gets a sunflower for her birthday. In fact, she's gonna get another one since it motivates her that much.
This is giving me great joy.
There's lots of things to give you great joy, good girl, Petra, but I'm glad the
I forgot that
sunflower did.
gives motivation. That's actually super helpful.
Okay.
I'm also picturing Petra trying to fit sunflowers inside of a vase on her desk. Did you know, actually, so if you give flowers to people, depending on the student, you can actually go into their room and they will have put the flowers on, like, in a vase.
I did not know that. That's cool.
It is really cool.
Did
I've
I-
never actually seen it happen, I just know it's the thing that happens.
Hey, here we go. We got a southern merchant and an eastern merchant. Eastern merchant looks like he has lots of fruit and food, and southern merchant looks like he has southern fruit. You guys are useful, maybe, eventually. Armor, blacksmith.
You have to check them first.
Well, you know, I judge a book by its cover. That is the point of these misogynistic Mondays. Buy items, poultry, wild game, seeds.
Flower seeds. Oh, and there you go. Look at all of them gifts.
Coffee beans.
Coffee beans. Who likes coffee bean? Ooh, Shamir. Shamir likes coffee beans.
Shamir.
As does Happy. Shamir's the knight with the bow. Short hair, looks kind of goth.
Okay.
You have a good eye.
Well,
Happy also likes coffee beans, but Happy doesn't exist.
You have a good eye.
guess I alright, I can only buy one. So
pleasure
it's a
doing
stock
business.
ceremonial sword.
See, who likes a ceremonial sword? Nobody you care about because they're all guys.
Okay, got a statuette. Ooh.
Got a statuette. That would be Mercedes.
Okay, it's
You
worth a
have
buy.
a good eye.
I don't think she can join if I remember correctly, but still worth a
pleasure
buy.
doing
No,
business.
Mercedes can. Hilda is the one who.
Oh, Hilda. How do I always get those two comp?
Legends of Chivalry. That is Ingrid.
You
Okay.
have a good eye.
And Riding Boots is
A
also
pleasure doing. You have a good
Cool.
eye. A pleasure
Armored
doing
bear
business
stuffy.
with you.
Armored Bear Stuffy. Now this is, as you might suspect, quite popular with the ladies. Hilda does like it. Don't give it to
You
her.
have
You
a
won't
good
get anything
eye.
back. Mercedes also likes this.
pleasure doing
Blaine likes
business
this.
with
Blaine's a
you.
little small though.
Yeah.
Bernie likes this. Like Cynthia likes this. Marianne likes this, and Edelgard of all people likes this.
All right. Edelgard likes it. That's what I like to hear. Dapper handkerchief. Don't that look so dapper?
Bernie likes that, and
You have a
Marianne
good
likes
eye.
Okay.
A pleasure doing
Watering
business.
can. That would be
that. Oil can. That would be Bernie as well.
You
Cool.
have a good eye. A pleasure doing
Smoked
You just
meat.
you just walk up to the cellar and you're like, I demand to see all of your finest knickknacks.
Smoked meat. I've got some smoked meat.
Petra and,
Oh,
and
you
You
Ingrid.
have a good eye.
Better.
A pleasure
A
doing
tasty
business
baked
with
treat.
you.
Probably Bernie.
That
You
would
have
be
a good eye.
Mercy and Lysithia.
A pleasure
Good
doing
enough.
business.
and
Adorned.
Amazingly, Edelgard is not listed for that.
Huh.
You
Even
have a
though
good
she has a sweet tooth that would not be out of place on a narwhal.
A pleasure doing
Marianne
business
likes the
with you.
floral adornment.
Awesome possum sauce.
And then you can grab some flower seeds.
I mean, I
You
might as
have a
well.
good
Oh my
eye.
god, I can buy multiples. I don't know what I want to buy for flower seeds.
So there's a couple of flower seeds that are optimal for stat boosters. Once you're planting 5 things every week and you're like using the maximum boost on them,
Yep.
you'll start getting little items out of the garden that you can give to a unit and it will raise a specific stat by 1.
Oh,
The two that are, yeah, exactly. It's amazing. The two that are generally considered the most useful are the pale blue, because that will
You
let
have a
you
good
raise
eye.
speed, and purple, because I think that will let you raise strength.
A pleasure
However,
doing, you
honestly,
have a good eye.
It's just kind of a thing.
a
So
pleasure doing business.
I don't think
with
it's
you.
like something you need
Come
to
again.
really concern yourself about. I think you'll be able to get all of the units that you want to the support that you want. And I think you won't be really hurting
Hello
the
there.
stats. This is not a terribly difficult Fire Emblem game.
Gotcha. Oh my god, more
Oh, here we
gifts.
The fishing float, Leonie likes that, but we already have her support maxed out for the moment, so that's
Yep.
kind of irrelevant.
I mean, I could still buy it, right?
You can buy it, yeah.
I mean, it'll just
yeah.
chill.
Gemstone beads. It is cheap. Gemstone
This one,
beads
yes.
you
I thank you.
are going to be able to give to Mercedes and
This one, yes.
Dorothea.
Yes.
I think.
The hunting dagger, unsurprisingly,
yes.
is also favored by Petra, but it is also favored
I
by
think.
Shamir.
Okay.
Now, Shamir, you can eventually recruit without having to worry about her support. It's worth noting. But you also see more of her personality with supports.
Okay.
So she's perhaps not like a super high priority, but at the same time, that's nice to have the option.
Yeah.
And also, you can
This one,
actually
yes.
train Shamir, and no,
I
it makes
think-
no sense.
Whetstone, that's,
This one,
well,
yes.
actually, that's nobody.
Ah, well, shit.
Stylish hair clip, that's Annette, Dorothea, and sadly, I'm leaving Flame out because Flame is honestly, like,
I thank you.
no, this game isn't anime enough to lose Flame. Let's not do that.
You stream on this.
She's of legal age, but like, come on.
she's way too small. She looks like a kid. Let's
Maybe that's your type. I'm not sure that's mine, but by the way, you stream on this Hollow Void. I cannot promise that I will ever check it out. Honestly, most nights I'm busy. Like, the nights I stream are the nights I'm not busy. So we'll see. But I will definitely, I'll try to remember to check your stream out, or at least check your VOD out at some point in time. So thank you for letting me know. Training weight.
The next two.
Okay, so training weight and tea leaves I could ignore. Okay, cool.
Yes. What happened?
I accidentally hit left, apparently.
Exotic spices are good for Petra and Shamir.
Yes.
Those two have a lot of shared tastes.
I think.
And a board game.
Board game.
Enjoyed
Edelgard
by
likes
everyone.
board.
Oh, of course
one,
she
yes.
does. All right. Sweet. I think I got Bouillon somewhere.
Edelgard does seem like the type to play chess.
Apparently I don't have Bouillon?
Bullion? It probably is in one of your inventories.
Return
one of your
soon, please.
inventories.
Oh. We'll
Welcome.
check the armor really quick here. But Sword of the Creator, no. Convoy. I thought I had Bouillon somewhere. But I could be very, 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 very not wrong.
Will this
Also, I have
one
a
do?
chest key. Cool.
Many
I'd keep
thanks.
the chest key.
Yeah.
Then again, like chest keys are kind of like, I mean, they're useful.
Premium
Like,
magic
they're way
herbs.
too free about how you can get those.
Yeah.
Yeah, see that'll increase magic by 1, so you can dump that onto like Winheart or Dorothea or Hubert, and they'll permanently do 1 more damage.
Let's be honest, it's probably going to be Dorothea.
It's probably gonna be the
Okay, cool.
Come back soon.
Sweet sauce. Speaking of sweet sauce, let's go to the chef area,
What?
Dorothea.
which is right. Hello. Goodbye. Going the wrong way.
We probably don't remember what you said, but we have already talked to you.
Yes. Alright, let's, hello, head chef. You have, no, it's this
That's
one,
the
dining
one where you
staff.
cook for staff.
Today's special. Okay,
Today's special is a sweet and salty whitefish sauté.
that sounds good.
That does sound good. Other than the tomatoes, that sounds good.
So the up arrow means that they like it.
Yeah, I grabbed Hubert just because like he's
Yeah.
the only person here and you can motivate him. And then
I already got
Don't
max
pick
support with Leonie.
so pick Annette or Ingrid. Because you'll get the most effect out of it.
We'll go Ingrid.
Ingrid is a good pick.
Hubert and Ingrid.
Gilberto.
While I have little
Perfect.
interest in food, I will admit to a weakness for this one dish.
It's creepy that you smile.
He doesn't like food. He prefers the blood of his enemies.
I appreciate any good meal, but nothing beats enjoying my favorite food.
Yeah. Yeah, the bond.
Ingrid is a bottomless pit for the record. She
For food,
loves-
We need to make sure we make this clarification, right?
What did you think I meant? Like, what other way is there to be a bottomless pit? Unless you're like Charybdis in Greek mythology.
I'm just gonna ring that siren. Woo! Moving on. Okay,
Mike's
so
letting his mind go lewd places again.
it always does. I'm like 14 years old at heart. So head chef.
You probably do want to feed your students rather than do this.
Okay.
I would recommend just so that you have like more motivated students.
Fair.
I don't want to sound like super controlling. You play through how you want to. I'm just saying, like, I feel like that's the better position.
But your advice is much appreciated. So peach sorbet, I could get Linhart. I could get quite a few of my students with this. So let's do peach sorbet.
Including your 2 favorites.
Uh-huh. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. What's up, ladies?
Oh, I love this meal. How did you know?
It's still the blue arrows.
I read your diary.
I think I like this, but it's been a while, so I'm not sure.
I briefly contemplated playing Fall Guys tonight. That game is addicting.
I
But
think you have to play it.
Although that would require me moving my PlayStation out from the living room back into the office here, because I played a lot of Tony Hawk Pro Skater this weekend. Woohoo! Ooh!
Now we can stuff our students full of even more food.
Yay! Sagart and cream. I feel like I get Bernie and I'm gonna do Linhart, I think, actually.
That is a good choice.
I like his heels.
For a second, I thought you meant footwear.
Oh, this is my favorite.
I like
got
his
great
shoes.
taste.
They're so nice.
I like so fashionable.
They look
Absolutely impeccable
fetch.
taste.
This is my favorite. I am rather happy you went out of your way to pick it, Professor.
You're welcome. Just do your best to heal awesomely next time.
Good thing this
Bam.
isn't the game where you could actually miss heals.
Say that again?
There was an older Fire Emblem game you could miss with healing spells.
That's just not right.
Yeah, it was stupid. Even people who like that game generally agree that was pretty stupid.
Ooh, beast meat teppanyaki. Let's get girl. She's already full.
You could, I think there was one where you, like the Sagart and Cream, you could have grabbed Ferdinand and Marianne.
All right, let's do it.
I say that, like, those two do have a support together, so.
Oh, even better.
Delicious. After a scrumptious meal like that, I feel that I can really seize the day.
There's a
Carpe
rule on
diem,
that.
Ferdy. Carpe diem. Seize the day, boys. Seize the day. Well, oh, I just got myself nostalgic for one of the best Robin Williams movies of all time.
I like this dish. It was my father's favorite.
Aw. Wait, that's past tense. That's not. Oh. I guess it shouldn't be surprising, but still.
Why do you think she's so sad all the time?
Papa dead. Potential daddy issues. Finish exploring. Yes. Connecting. Support. Oh,
Ooh.
you're curious to know how Dorothea's going. Go for a visit? You don't need to ask the question.
You were frustrated for a second, then you're like, oh, it's like, what student dares interrupt my busy schedule?
Well-
Oh, Dorothea, oh, come in.
Well, come in. Close the door behind you. I hear you. Moving on. Uh-oh. She's frustrated. How can I help? Troubles with love. How's the love life? Is it a little disappointing? Let me help.
You just walk in, I would be less disappointing than that man.
Professor, oh, don't worry. It's nothing.
It's clearly not nothing. You seem very frustrated. Intimately frustrated.
Actually, could we talk for a bit? Somewhere a little more private?
Absolutely, baby. Here, you want to get more comfortable?
I I'm just gonna come right out and say it.
Uh-oh.
I find you a little difficult
dear.
to be around.
Are we
This has gone downhill quick.
are we saying difficult as in I'm distracting, or difficult as in you don't like me?
I know. I'm your student, and
Those
you're just
dangerous
trying to watch out for
questions to
me. By the way you look at me sometimes, it's like you're seeing right through me.
I wouldn't say right through you, baby. Seeing through you?
Don't worry. I know you don't mean anything bad by it. I'm just too self-conscious, I guess.
If you got it, flaunt it, baby.
The thing is,
I'm gonna stop saying
I
baby.
don't
That
have
sounds
anything
weird.
to call
It
my
feels
own.
weird.
no
I'm
land,
the thing,
no
baby.
birthright, no fortune. Little knowledge or battle skill.
And yet you're badass.
I think that's why I always clung to my popularity as a diva. Even after leaving the stage behind, I sort of kept up the act.
Oh, understandable.
When I look at you, it's like your eyes are accusing me. Telling me that you see right through it.
No, definitely not.
That's what I mean when I say it's difficult being around you. Hey, this might be nuts, but maybe you could show me some kind of weakness of yours?
Pretty ladies, what can I say? They're my biggest weakness. I have no weakness.
I am a Mary Sue.
Excuse me?
You know my biggest fear. If I know one of yours, maybe I'll feel less, I don't know, vulnerable.
Well, there's this lady in my head. Well, if it would really help.
Excellent. Well then, don't mind me. You know, Professor, I never hear any gossip about you. Of a romantic nature, I mean.
I like where this conversation is going.
Would I be right in assuming you're not very experienced with romance? Maybe we should find out somehow.
Now you're just enabling him.
Hold on. My brain needs a second to process that. Yes, please.
Professor? What's with you? Why aren't you reacting to anything I'm doing?
Oh, I'm reacting. You just
Look at
can't
his
see.
Look at his face cam, Dorothea. Look at his face cam.
Oh, I'm reacting.
Oh, come on. Is your heart even beating? You're making me lose my confidence.
Ha, hoo, ha, hmm. Oh, the heart is a beating. My blood is beating to my brain. My character's blood would be
And somewhere
beating
else.
southwards. Actually, my heart isn't beating. I'm a fucking robot. Sorry.
That's all right. I didn't really think a little tease like that would be enough to get to you anyway.
You. Oh, baby, you have no idea.
Though it does still make me lose just a little confidence in my own charms.
No, please keep the charms going.
Yeah, look in the mirror. You'll figure it out.
Yeah, level B, baby. Let's get to that level A. Waifu chosen. Dedu's birthday.
That's a guy.
We'll give flowers.
My thanks.
You're welcome. Dedu looks like he's oh, what are they called? Oh, I'm gonna hate myself. He looks like a freaking, not a Sheikah, but someone from the Gerudo village.
Okay. I'll take your word for it. I still haven't played Legend of Zelda. I need to play Legend of Zelda.
Yes, you do. You have a Switch. You have access to the best Legend of Zelda game.
And I've owned it since 2017. I still haven't played it. And it's worth not having played it to see this reaction. I'm not gonna lie, that is an amusing reaction.
I forgive you. But now I'm going to have to force you to play it one way or another.
You and Zato can form a support group.
Okay, so I don't need to do anything certifications wise. Marketplace, probably okay, but I might as well check the battalion guild.
I was gonna say, replenish your battalions.
Caspar doesn't have. Well, okay, it's Caspar.
Maybe that's why he does terribly, because he doesn't have any stat boosts.
2, 3, 2, 2, 2. Barracks. Okay, let's get you, so...
Ooh, oh, that's not quite what I thought it would be.
Physical attack plus 2, charisma plus 2, or plus 1, meh. Oh. God. Nothing good for him, though. I mean, I guess that's okay.
He likes having physical attack plus 2, especially because he uses gauntlets predominantly.
That's
and
true.
Gauntlets will hit twice, so technically that's a plus 4.
Oh.
He's hitting twice.
We've got you covered.
That is true. Cool. Alright. Well, we've got him. All these are... They're all refilled. I mean, I don't need to fill any of those, so that's good. Oh, just kidding. Confirm, right? I just need to hit plus.
Just hit plus, yeah.
Sweet.
There you go. You will have a chance to go over all of this stuff again once you get to the map, so you can
That's
do
true.
a double check of all your units' inventories once you're there.
The Gaultier inheritance. Okay. Deploy. And take over file 11. Most deployed.
Why, thank you so much.
You're so welcome, Dorothea. So very welcome. The Gaultier inheritance. White Clouds, Chapter 5, Tower of the Black Winds.
This weather is unfortunate. Those villagers were right when they said a storm was brewing. But they were more afraid of an attack than they were of the storm. Let's end this quickly.
Okay.
The thieves have taken Conan Tower as their
The
base.
Wolfsy Storm.
There it is in the distance.
I've seen worse storms in the past month.
Miklon must be more skilled than your average thief to have overtaken a place like that.
This area was the site of a massive battle several hundred years ago, when invasions from the north were at their peak. This tower was built for both surveillance and defense. It will be difficult to seize it.
You know your history, Gilbert. If I recall correctly, you're from the kingdom, aren't you?
I left my home long ago. If you have any questions about the mission, I'd be happy to answer them.
What do you know about House Gautier?
House Gautier has always placed great importance on whether or not someone bears a crest.
Ah, so the pricks, okay.
Margrave Gautier has 2 sons. A crest never manifested for his eldest.
Karma's a bitch!
It's not hard to imagine why he left and wound up in this sort of life.
Oh.
There's no reason that crests should have the power to dictate someone's destiny.
Oh, this is awkward.
Don't you agree, Gilbert? He was just another victim of cruel fate.
Speaking of storms, did I just hear thunder?
Check the weather radar.
Rain for the next hour. It's moving north. Yeah, north-ish. Oh yeah. Okay, cool. Alrighty then. Oh, but
I'm gonna just double check my parents are aware and have the place shut up so that it doesn't get rain inside certain windows.
yeah, and now I'm thinking if I close my car windows. I did. Okay.
Forsaken by the goddess, who now demands his execution.
Thanks.
Cereal's been popular this month.
Thanks.
Interesting.
I am grateful.
I am grateful.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Okie dokie. I don't think I recruited someone. Oh well. Inventory.
Okay. Everything is shut up tight.
Alright.
How are things looking here? What did I miss?
Welcome.
Not much. Just making sure I get people. Okay, that Iron Lance lost the battle. She's fine. That's fine. Yikes. So we want the mace with her?
Yeah, you want to have her have the mace. There's a couple of armored enemies here that the mace will help her deal with, but also you will want her to have the normal iron.
Yeah. That's axe, mace. Iron axe has got 8 of 45. I guess I could have fixed that up.
Yeah, but yeah, you can. It costs gold and smithing stones to do that.
Oh, well, alright.
So it's not like a.
Is that the one?
It's a little bit of a.
Thanks a bunch.
So, got that for her.
Yeah, her inventory is currently full. So
Yeah, I know. We'll deal with that in a bit. He's fine. Fine. He's good. Get her. The bow's probably okay, but I'm paranoid.
Yeah, I think having her have another bow
Is that the one? Thanks a bunch.
reasonable.
Okay. So then
Come back soon.
we'll do inventory. I want to go to items. Then she's got an extra iron bow. It's her. I want to go to items. Rusted gauntlets at store. And we want her to have the mace that I.
She's got a mace. You need to hit the left or right in order to select. Right now, you're only just playing swords.
Ha!
There we go.
So we want her to have another iron axe.
Yeah. Ignore the steel axe, honestly. Steel hits harder, but it's also way heavier, so you usually won't hit twice.
Yeah.
I have not, in this game, had any situation pop up where it's been like, yeah, you should use steel here. It's just iron, 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 iron until you unlock silver weapons, and then I just use those. And I've not had a problem.
He's probably fine with that iron lance. I guess I probably could go buy another one though, if I really.
If you have the steel lance, you might as well give it to him, just in case. Like,
Yeah.
he's not the fastest guy out there, so if you need extra damage out of him,
Yeah.
like I feel like having that as an option is not a bad thing.
And then the spirit dust that's magic, right?
Yeah.
So trade with Bernie, who has a training sword. Dorothea, use that spirit dust, baby. Yeah. And some.
Magic for 2, so she will now do 2 extra.
And then secret book, which is just store it for now, I guess. Fuck it. I won't worry about those yet.
Yeah. That's probably safe.
Okay, and then fight.
Round 1, fight.
The enemy is close by. We're almost to the top floor.
They have nowhere left to flee, so the situation is in our favor. All we have to do is chase them down.
Can do. Alright, good girl, Petra.
I will get the victory.
You get to go there. We're gonna wait. Then
I am Ferdinand von Eyre.
Von Eyre, you're gonna go there and wait. Then
I will prevail.
you go there and wait.
Stay
Go
focused.
here and wait.
That's my cue.
You're gonna stay close to me. Huborg.
As you wish.
Just put you there. And Linhart, you can kind of hang out in the back-ish, but not
Put me in
Caspar
there.
back. Caspar, you're just gonna kind of hang out right there next to the wall.
Oh no.
I love your confidence, Bernie. You go there. Alright. Alright. Great. Sweet. They're not gonna move, are they?
Not until you get in their range, no. You do have Stride, I would like to remind you. You do have
Great.
the Gambit that will let you just give everyone massive amounts, of movement.
Go, team, go! Go, team, go!
I will say, I do feel like you should move that to Linhart.
Well done.
Stride. I should move Stride to Linhart?
Yeah, so the reason for that being because Dorothea is more of an offensive mage, so Linhart's more of a support. That way, Linhart boosts everyone, then you can also move Dorothea up and have her nuke things.
Yeah, that makes sense.
And Linhart doesn't need to be super close by because he has 50. So while he's catching up, he can still move.
I mean...
You have her, like combat art with the axe, that should be fine.
Oh boy. Yeah!
Now you know your limits.
Alright, give me a good level.
I must get stronger.
That's a defensive level.
Yeah.
But the dex helps. Axes aren't too active. That's fine.
Okay, now, good girl Petra. I'm going to feed this guy to you.
I will
not be stopping.
No, you will not. Alright, and then I'll move right there. Then Franz, you're gonna move there. Caspar, let's get you right there. Bernie, you didn't get striped, that's okay. Hubert is a little bit offensive, so he'll go right there. Then Minhart, you're just gonna you're gonna chill here by Bernie, actually. Oh!
Captain's in trouble. Hurry up, you fools!
Enemies approach from the lower floors. Watch the rear flank.
Okay.
Surprise!
Da 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 da.
Surprise attack.
Oh, who has the key?
So your character has access to the key if it's not in someone's inventory. Or, like, if you kill that one dude, if you kill that dude, he might drop a key.
Okay.
See what he drops.
Mage. Okay. What the shit? High ground.
Yep.
Okay, Caspar, don't pull an Anakin. Hubert, we'll go there. Linhart, you're gonna kind of play the middle ground. Thea, you go there. Bernie, you and Dorothy are gonna kind of hold the back. Okay.
Child's play. Not enough.
Jesus. Okay.
Yeah. Gilbert's actually useful at this difficulty level.
Okay, we'll go there. Gonna let him attack you. Ooh, trading sword. Take that chance. Send that to the convoy.
Looks like we got us a convoy.
Huh. Interesting that he would go after Caspar.
He probably has the best chance to hit Caspar.
Hmm. Now, in theory... No, I guess his magic doesn't have enough range, does it?
No, not quite that much.
Okay, Caspar, you're gonna play backup. Me here. There. Pull you right there. Then Bernie. Pull you there. Dorothea. Get you there. And wait! This will come after Sneaks between all of them. It's like,
Oh no, you wait until someone misses one of those on a flying unit. It's great. They literally just fly up.
A child's play. I'm no stranger to battle.
No, you're clearly not. Want to have another go? Oh.
Child's play.
Do you want to walk away now? No. Oh. Jesus.
Child's play.
So he's just gonna kind of hang out in the back. I am okay with this. Oh, because he's not close enough to do. Okay. If I pull her, nope. If I pull her here, nope.
Nope.
Okay. Well,
You're gonna have to kill him with
one of these
like,
four.
Yeah, I guess I would recommend Hubert.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking too.
If you can, because Hubert's the one who needs the XP the most.
Except that. There you go. I'll kill him. Perfect.
For Lady Edelgard.
Nice. Give him a bunch of new experience.
Well.
If you combat, or he has a chance that he won't be able to counterattack.
Yeah.
So, or you have you did give him a steel weapon.
I did. It just mouse. I mean,
Like, he's still gonna be fine regardless.
yeah. We'll get him a little bit of experience. It's only a 34% chance, though. Hey, we'll take it.
That's why it's like, which end of the bow goes what way? She'll hit this way.
And I'm gonna pull Dorothy as far forward as I can. And heart.
Very forward of you.
Yes. And Bernie. I don't want you there. I want you there. Good girl Petra can move forward here. And good boy me can go right there for the support. Although you don't get support if you don't do anything, so fuck it. Oh, you bitch. Yes, please continue to try that.
This is my duty.
Ding! You know, you'd think they would figure out that that's not doing anything, but there we go. Ooh. Well, he's got a fight if he needs it, which he didn't.
Only a fool challenges me.
All right.
Steel Lance
Good luck.
does look a lot nicer.
This can't
It
be
does
right.
look. Yeah, although it's not good, but it's not the worst. At least his defense went up. I'm okay with that. And always getting health is nice. Hey. Okay. Caspar, you're no longer needed over here. You wait right there. we're gonna pull you right there. Wait. Hubert, you go around the corner. Okay. Petra, go right there. Enemy phase. 2 more guys. Yes. Please. Please. Alright. 30. There. Chest. That's a badass name for a sword.
Which is?
Armor Slayer. I've got the Armor Slayer.
That's good against armored units.
What a surprise.
I know, right? Shocking.
And you're just gonna hold right there. You're also gonna hold right here. Hold the line!
Isn't it always on time?
Oh, what a song. Gauntlets. Doesn't matter. Okay. You need to start pulling back. Try to pull him forward. Then let's see. Edelgard, you're gonna go there. And who else needs help? Not me. That's fine. We'll just put you right there. Put me right there. I'm a 14-year-old. Huberto. Wait. What the shit?
Here we go. Attack them from both sides.
It's an ambush.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
So funny thing about this is that if this was on the highest difficulty level, which is appropriately called maddening, those guys would spawn and immediately get to move.
Oh, that's that sucks.
Yeah. So as things stand.
Well, Linhart, we're gonna move you right here. Go stand in the corner.
Think about what you've done.
Fucking archers.
Yeah, the archers are really not excellent on this map.
Good.
All kinds of stuff.
One more success.
I got one range with him. Get the item. Rusted axe. That can go to the convoy. Then let's see here. Go here. Sword of the Creator.
The sword of the creator. the amazing weapon effect.
Perfect. Okay. Bernie. Actually. Caspar.
Use the compliments.
I can't.
You can't?
Attack. There we go. That was absurd. Oh, it's because I equipped the rest of... What the fuck is wrong with me? Iron Gauntlets regular. Perfect.
Here we go! Yeah, it worked!
Like, I'm gonna make up for having terrible stats by critting. All the
Now I
time.
can do so much better.
Wow. I feel like that's a good level for him.
That is pretty good, honestly.
Good job.
I'm getting it.
Caspar.
Just like that.
Okay. Now. Curiosity. Okay. Nosferatu.
Winning's always nice.
It is. And you leveled up. Yeah. Alright.
Not quite what I was after.
Not great, but not bad. Always like to see that magic go up though, so we'll take it. Now. Not that it matters. There we go. Get that damage in. Experience.
Chip damage is a beautiful thing.
Yes, it is.
When it's happening to someone who's not us. I'll just clarify.
Well, we're just gonna pull Hubert right here. Not there. No matter where I put Hubert, he attacks him unless I were to put him right here. We're gonna wait. Assume. And all the way in the back is Ferdinand. Hey
No
guys,
child left behind.
wait for me! Oh boy. They're just gonna keep piling out of there, aren't they?
It is distinctly possible. It's been a while since
Oh yeah!
Am I done yet?
is that you don't realize what you've done because she has close counter, and also because
I
she
can
gets
improve
5
too,
damage
you know.
now that you hit her.
That's beautiful. Ooh, and her battalion leveled up, so gets +4 physical attack. Awesome sauce. Archer's gonna be like, I've got Dorothea, 60%. Aww.
How dare you? You have now provoked the wrath of Mike.
Yes. Alright, Petra.
Mike is very, very cross.
It's time to start moving forward. You there for the free heals. Hilbert.
Oh, wow. Blink them.
There we go. 4. Then hold on just a second here. Oh, I probably gotta move a spot, right? Yep. That.
Can I go
They keep
now?
piling out. It's escape. It's time to run next turn. But
In the meantime, we can use them as conductors.
yes. Whew. Can I do Ruptured Heaven with... I mean, I realize it won't change anything, but I'm very curious. It's only a 66% hit chance, though.
On him.
Oh, so he only has a 66% chance of hitting me. I have a 100%
you have
chance of hitting
100%
him.
hitting him, and you'll just kill him.
I'm fine with this one. Okay, that's badass. I like that animation.
Should I have held back?
Oh yeah, that sword is really cool.
Such power dwells within.
Oh yes. Okay. And then let's get you out of the line of fire, Linhart. Right. Right. Keep moving forward, Ferd. Ferd the non-turd.
Bird the bird. Ferdinand. So he would be
Bird,
called
bird,
in
bird,
some
and the Birdinand's the word. What'd you say?
I said if he was a Pegasus Knight, we would call him Ferdinand.
Okay. They did not pile out. Cool. Let's keep moving forward. Before I forget. You move in there. Her there. Move me there. Move me there. Good girl Petra. I don't like that. I like that. Get the oops. Get the free heals again. Hubert. You go there. Yep. Heal bar.
Bart.
Hmm.
So we have a lot of dudes.
We do. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Right. So. You there. I think no matter what happens, you're gonna get attacked here, Ferd. I'm gonna actually keep you on the line back. Linhart, you're gonna actually come back this way for a moment. Because I get the feeling Ferdinand could use your help. That guy looks like he could be potentially fun to kill, but also looks like maybe not a good idea.
He has a loot. Also, you have an armor slayer, and there are a couple of armor effective combat arts. You have like
Helm Splitter,
for example.
Does my guy have Helm Splitter?
I don't think you do because it's an axe thing.
Yeah, so I want all cast by removed. Well, put him there. him? Oh, I was like, I don't think I can move him. Who are you guys right now?
Going to do a massive HP damage.
You're going after good girl Dorothea. I don't like that. I'll take that right now. I'll actually take this. It seems like taking damage is probably inevitable. Now, I could. Nope! Let's, strategically wait. Petra, you're also going to strategically wait. Hopefully I don't regret this decision. So far, no regrets. Okay. Yikes. Lots of dudes.
Good job, they can't do really much damage.
Yeah. Okay. Gilbert, you want to come help out at some point soon? No? Okay, cool. Dear God in heaven. Hack. Liar. Kill this guy.
Hardly worth my time.
Take that level. Give me goods.
This strength will serve Lady Edelgard well.
Not really.
The speed and the res are not terrible.
Yeah.
It could certainly have been better.
Okay. This is where split them up a bit. Linhart, I need to start moving forward.
What do you say? Yeah. As funny as it would be to watch her punch that guy.
Crit. Oh my god. And then
I can fight through anything.
Go ahead and Iron Lance this guy.
Splendor of nobility.
Jesus.
This
Night
will
of the
beneath me.
Living critical hit.
Night of the Living critical hit.
Hey,
Always
that's a
getting
much
stronger.
better level.
That's beautiful right there. Okay, now
You'd love to see that happen. You'd love to see.
this feels like a trap. I know I'm not like trapped in terms of like he's gonna kill me, but more like or trap as in
It
something
looks like-
scripted
it
trap.
looks like a girl, but oh no, that's anime, isn't it?
Yeah.
I mean, Depends. I don't think that there's anything like super weird that is just gonna drop like 5 billion dudes on you.
Yeah, I know.
Normally the game is pretty good about letting you know when something's going to happen, or like at least giving you a chance to react to it. Like when those guys just popped out of the walls.
Okay. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna pull him towards me and we'll see what happens. Okay, now I gotta deal with all this shit.
This is where the fun begins. Oh dear. Everyone wants a piece of Dorothea.
Witness frigid pride.
Yes. Okay.
That way she'll only take one attack if you do that.
Yeah. Now, I would like to get rid of range, I think.
Did you kill that guy in one round? Really not. Maybe she might actually use a skill axe. That might be.
Wait, hold on a damn oh, she only gets a 55% chance of hitting, though. Iron sword. Yes. I'm gonna take that.
Okay.
Booyah!
Your defeat was inevitable.
All right.
I must get stronger.
Nice. Not bad at all.
Okay.
20 strength. She's what?
I have an idea.
Level. Like 10, 11?
Yeah, I think that was 11.
Yeah.
Okay. Good, good.
This'll get him.
Miss, baby, miss. Shucks.
I don't know how often you get hit by like 20% chances. It's so annoying
20% of the time, it works 100% of the time. Woof. Okay. Okay. Thank you for your help, Gilbert. How nice of you to join the party.
How nice of you to actually hit the guy.
Yeah. Oh my god.
You can actually attack him from one space away with that sword. You see, it extends.
That's right. I like that. I can cheese this.
Another animation for that.
Okay. You need to assist. No. Yeah.
I thank you.
you're quite welcome.
Yay, extra healing.
Yeah. Kind of needed.
Very, very good choice of time to activate one of the
Attack. Yes.
I feel like someone came out.
Say what?
You were wide open.
There is that possibility.
You have use the mace on him.
On him?
Use the mace on him for good armor effect.
Yes, yes, that is. Okay.
I will win.
Especially when you get a critical hit.
I will not be
Also,
stopped.
Petra can, practice nuclear fission on his head. Well, maybe not, actually. We can get through quite a lot of these guys.
Yeah.
It's like you can
Think
have
this
Caspar,
through.
I think. He can reach the bow guy, right?
Caspar?
Yeah.
C. Jesus.
You see
Good.
that?
Good
And all of a
guy,
sudden,
Caspar?
All of a sudden, Caspar decided that he would like to exist in this game. Oh yeah, you can't move Edelgard and Hubert because they got hit by a gambit. That's
Oh, okay.
So I guess just does Edelgard have a healing potion?
She should.
She does. Excellent. That'll be very helpful.
Oh. Okay, I was like, wait. Literally, wait.
Wait.
Ah, yes. You two need to get moving forward. Straight line.
Now's our chance.
Miss me. Miss me. Miss me. Yeah.
Let's shake things up.
No way. Yes.
Okay, don't do that again.
Gotta use your head sometimes.
Okay.
They're really good at missing. They practice missing a lot.
They're like stormtroopers. And we're just gonna cheese
these are not
this.
sand people. They can be shot, but those shots are too precise. Imperial stormtroopers.
And cheese. And cheese.
Cheese. Mozzarella.
Keep you guys moving.
I owe you one.
Okay. Now. I do not appreciate you. Trying to go after good girl Petra. So you're gonna die.
My heart is full of victory.
Yeah. It was a bold strategy, but not a wise one.
War feeds my body and mind.
I like the speed and I like the dexterity. Resilience, fine with that. Health up, always a good thing. Jesus, more vulners. Just send it to the convoy. You need to die.
No one makes it past me.
And suddenly Caspar's level 11.
I'm just getting started.
I guess the defense went up. Okay, we're gonna do this. Thoron. Get a little bit of revenge. Hubert, you're going to enjoy killing him. I can tell.
You could have at least tried.
Yep, he enjoyed it. He definitely enjoyed it.
Yep, Hubert enjoys that. And then all of a sudden, that boss guy up there was pretty much all out of friends.
Yep.
Oh wow. Combat
Well. And that's what he gets.
I mean, he regretted it. I don't think I've ever seen an AI use a combat art on this difficulty. That's weird.
I'm just showing you all sorts of new things. You know what, Caspar?
Something that when you started the stream, I'm sure you thought you were going to be saying that to Dorothea rather than me.
Yes.
Caution is needed.
Okay. No. Okay. Slowly they're moving forward.
Careful now.
Balls. Now you're lagging. I forgot that you have low health. It's okay. Gilbert's moving forward like, I got this.
I got this. Listen, I'm old. I'm old and I got this. Did I mention I'm old? Because I am. I'm extremely old.
I will get the victory.
Okay, so let's do that. You wait. Whoopsies. You go there. Gilbert.
Holy fuck. Oh yeah. You know what Tab is?
I feel like that's a movie quote,
No.
but I do not.
Well, I mean, maybe. It's bread in Russian.
Oh, okay.
Like phlegm, H-L-Y-E-B. Chleb.
Chleb.
Chleb. It's like the most complicated word. Well, the most complicated one-syllable word, because, like, I'm sure there's more complicated.
Yeah. Okay. Petra. You can go right. Goes right there. So the girl Petra's gonna go right there. You're just gonna go right there, Gilbert. Go there. Caspar, you have been very surprising this battle. I'm proud of you. And Gilbert moves forward. There we go. Just like that, good girl Petra's back at full health.
As it should be on her birthday.
Yes.
Alright, now we just kick out the boss man, who's all out of friends.
He has no more friends. His friends are all gone.
You can have Linhardt heal him.
Sweet, thanks.
Linhardt and Purdy have an amazing fun.
Do they really?
They do.
Good to know. Petra, you've earned this. Definitely earned it. Okay. There, Caspar. You get to hang out near Gilbert. I feel like he could teach you a thing or two or three or four. Now, is Gilbert gonna kill the boss?
He is going to attack the boss, yes, but I don't know if he can kill the boss. The boss is wielding a hero gun.
Okay. So, okay. Alright.
I am Ferdinand
So the
von
boss might
Iron.
kill him, which would honestly be hilarious.
Kind of funny. Alright. At this point, let's get everyone up to him. Just move everyone close. Bernie, you go there. There you go. What are you doing for? Come attack me!
So, you think you can
Okay.
take the lance from me? Huh? I'll kill you. I'll kill every last one of you!
Oh boy.
I am yet to be forgiven. For now, I must retreat.
Goodbye.
Oh, go home. Go home, dude. No one likes Gilbert.
Stay
That's a lie.
focused.
People like Gilbert. That's because people have bad taste. That's
Wow.
hilarious. That's absolutely incredible.
Just wow.
Amazing.
Oh my god. Just select. Thank you.
I wouldn't use a physic on him for that. I would save the physics.
Save the physics.
Back to the
Learn
fray.
science.
Save the physics, it's like save the whales.
Save Ferris. Okay. I'm feeling. Dorothea, he can't attack you right here. Good girl Petra, he can't attack you right
Yeah,
here.
the part of the map where the boss politely sits back while everyone files in and arranges themselves.
Pretty much. We're creating a tunnel for him. Okay. Yes, heal from the 0 damage Gilbert did.
All comes from trusting Gilbert to do anything.
Now, here's the question, because how will this... I see you are all strategically in places I can't attack.
Oh no. Yeah, he'll just sit there. He's quite comfortable where he is.
Right. Okay. Actually, Dorothy, I think I could put you right there. Could go Petra. You could go right there. Okay. Now we end. Alrighty then. So.
It looks like you're all gathered around and you're about to sacrifice him. Like he's about to be mugged in a back alley. Gilbert, this is how you die.
Yes.
Like, who would do better fighting the guy with a like magic god weapon? The highly experienced like Knight of Saros, who's like super like experienced, he's got super heavy armor and all that stuff, or one girl with social anxiety and above. You're determined to use up all of this sort of the creator, aren't you?
No.
Okay, who needs the XP is the thing.
Well, so because I feel like I
not
should get him close for the.
That doesn't help because it only gives bonus XP to people who are adjacent. So if someone else was attacking him and you move next to them, it would give them bonus.
Okay.
Dorothy is level 10. Caspar's level 11. What level is Hubert? Hubert's level 9. So I would give it to Hubert or Ferdinand. I think they're the last ones that each level up to level 10 so that they can reclass.
Well, Ferdy, congratulations. This is all yours, buddy.
Yeah, don't get critted. As hilarious as that would be, don't get critted. So you'd have to move Petra and move to where she's at. You have to move her. Yeah.
And wait.
Okay. As like I said, just don't get critted. You're fine.
Or do that.
Awesome. And that's another level down. Excuse me, level up, but
Another chapter down.
yeah.
Potentially a chapter down. Ooh,
Not bad for your kind. A bunch of spoiled, rotten children.
It wasn't for you, children. Damn dog.
What the hell?
Look at all of these copy and pasted people.
The darkness is taking his crest.
He doesn't even have a crest.
Right, his hero god sword.
I'm out of here.
Fear. And in anime style, he is now turned into a tentacle monster, hasn't he?
No.
Oh, just the thing.
No! Ah!
turned into something from Ark.
Yeah. So you remember when I said that the level was over?
It's not over, is it? Black Beast. With 2 red diamonds, so I assume that means he has 2 health bars? 2 full health bars?
3 health bars.
Okay, so 1, 2, 3, yep.
That form. Oh my. Is this your first time fighting such a thing? Then listen well to what I say.
Okay. Jesus, okay.
Power has caused them to grow quite large. Their life you cannot win unless you fell them twice, or even thrice.
Or Quadrice? Yeah, it'd probably be Petrice. Aha! Petra should be the one to kill him.
Even if you've cornered one, you cannot let your guard
One
down.
other nice thing about
Those
this is I
things
think
are
you
even
get
worse
to
when
kill
threatened.
you get to kill him 3 times means you get kill XP 3 times. So you can get Hubert up past level 10 now as well.
Yay! Oh, so he has latent
So basically,
abilities.
yeah, as they lose their health bars, they get more of the ability.
As they get into different stages, basically. It's non-stages stages.
Yeah, yeah.
Can you see that barrier? It is surrounded by great power. You must break through to fight that thing. A
Okay.
strong attack or gambit might help to break through more quickly.
Ah, good thing I didn't completely use up my sword. Sword of the Creator, Ruptured Heaven. Cool.
If you can break the barrier, that power will have nowhere else to go, and that will likely cause confusion for that thing. It cannot counter while confused, which means that is the best time to attack.
So basically, what that means is like each one of these things takes up multiple squares.
Yep.
And it'll have little yellow barrier things over each square. And so if you attack those squares, then
For each square you get rid of, it confuses it.
yeah, if you break all of the barriers, then it's confused for a turn. You can just wail on it; it won't count.
Oh, so you have to break all the barriers. Okay. I thought it was like one square.
And you
that would
also
be
want to
confused.
do that. You also want to do that because breaking the barriers will give you if you give it an armor break, it will drop smithing material. Like this is the best way to get material that's going to be.
If you break
repair
down
that
all of their
that glow
barriers,
stick that
not
you've been
only will
using
they be
so enthusiastically.
confused, they will not be able to move for a short while. Without the power flowing around them, they will not be able to restore their barriers. You might even be able to get something from them. They have such might that they will not fear you alone. But a battalion could prove useful on that front. Attack them with a gambit to draw their attention and force them to target
Yeah,
you.
gambits are super good against them. Gambits will hit multiple squares. They'll let you have an easier time breaking their barrier, and also they will target the last unit that hit them with a gambit.
Okay.
Be on your guard when they have realized their full power. The damage caused at times like that is not
They
contained
have
to just
AoE
one
attacks.
spot.
Great, but it looks like by that picture there that you can kind of see where the AoE is going to be.
You can see where the AoE is going to be.
Good.
Once they have charged some power up, their barriers will be restored. You really must pay close attention to those things. Distract them with a gambit, or just take them down before they can attack. In any case, think carefully before you act.
Alrighty. And what is my favorite title?
But you should be conquering that thing instead of talking to me. If you're out of questions, get over there and fight!
Yes, ma'am.
Such is the fate of one whose life is corrupted by a crest stone. How pitiable. The least we can do is put an end to his suffering.
Yep. Oh my. Okay, so in theory... Okay.
He does hit from range.
Okay, so he won't necessarily move. He could just do a ranged attack.
No, he will, because remember, ranged attacks usually don't have that much of actual range compared to, like, I don't know, D&D or something where you can hit him from where you're at.
Okay.
But he will come up there, and don't expect him to, like, walk up, hit Petra, and then Petra hits back. He'll probably only walk up close enough to range attack Petra, who will then just not get back, which she can't do it.
Gotcha. Ooh, I'm... Okay. Balls. I don't know what to do. Trust your instincts. I move over there. He will attack her. Ethereum is there. This is gonna be interesting.
Yep, pretty much. He shouldn't AoE right out of the gate, if I remember right. So he's not gonna have him go straight after all of the units right now. Oh, you do have Stride if you need it.
Yes.
So, like, if you need to Stride, like, surround him. Yeah, see, now he's going to do an arrow.
I can't see where that AoE is.
Mouse over him, maybe?
Ay, ay, ay! Shit. What's up? You need to do this. Preferably in this direction. Right? Yes.
So the barriers there are solitary. So one hit from a weapon or a spell will crack them, another will break them. A hit from a gambit will break the square targeted and will damage the other.
So he's basically got two all around.
Yeah, basically. So a lot of them won't be as strong as this guy.
Okay. Damn. She's out of the way, might as well do a... Wait, it actually damaged him. Not a lot, but it did damage him.
Yes.
Oh, and I see where it damaged the square.
Yep, yep. Also, the barrier will absorb some damage. Reduce some damage.
Gotcha. What did that do? Okay, Caspar, right now you're safe. I'm not. stay there. Caspar, I might have you sleep.
I'm curious how this tactic is gonna work out.
Me too. I'm worried that it won't, actually, to be completely honest with you. Should be safe there. I need you to stay right there. Live, Dorothea, live! All right, cool. After all of that,
He did refresh his barriers, though.
yeah, I do see that.
So now what you probably want to do is you want to unload, like, gambits on him. There's
Yep.
also, he can't counter if you gambit him. So if you gambit him until his barriers are down, then you can just beat the crap out of him.
So, disturbance.
Yeah, disturbance would be the gambit. And that'll break that barrier, and it'll damage the one back there. So what you might want to do, well,
You're pushing me too far.
Sorry.
No, it's fine.
Just run into him really hard. Okay, now her gambit stride. Is there a way I can actually look at what their gambit does?
Yeah, you hit ZR. And ZR again. Yeah, there we go. Down just a little bit. So he's got the same thing. So if you run up and hit him in the same area, then you'll have just the two in the back. That,
This is critical.
Marvel at our strategy.
just have the two in the back.
Yep.
You break those with one gambit, and then you can unload on them. You'll have just a free turn to beat the car out of the guy.
Cool. Out of curiosity, what's her gambit?
Same one, basically.
I can go too. We won't hold back.
And that also took out one of his whole parts.
Yeah! Alright, boys and girls.
Does he have a combat art for this?
Fading blow.
Thanks. I thought he gets one that's super effective against monsters like this, but dude, he has 16% crit. This could potentially be hilarious.
5. 5. 5. Punch! Punch! Punch!
Even when you're hitting 4 times, you're a disappointment, Caspar.
Now, I still have another turn where he'll be dazed, right?
No, he's only dazed for this turn. You personally could hit him from range, though.
That's true.
But you can have Linhardt. See if Linhardt can kill him, actually, so Linhardt gets the kill XP. Not from there. Not from that square. Not from that square.
Like right here?
From like behind Hubert. Remember, he's like behind Hubert. He's in here today. So hit him with wind probably will do more. 20% crit. What the heck?
I mean,
Impressive.
we'll take the chance.
I may as well win.
Hey, there we go.
Yeah!
Yeah, catch these hands. And so now, he's on the last health bar, so you can hit him with Dorothea.
What's her
and
range?
then yourself, because you can hit from range. Dorothea can also hit from range. She has Thoron and Thunder, so she's a little bit more flexible. You can see like which one of these is going to do more based on whether or not she doubles or not. She does double, interesting. So then you go with Thoron. Yeah.
Yep.
This is going to hurt, okay?
It is a crit though.
Holy shit! Good girl, Dorothea.
Do the
Aw.
laser dance. Now you can hit him with Petra or yourself, and I'm pretty sure he's dead because you have a monster effective combat art if you need to, and Petra gets a crit bonus because he's under half health. And it is going to kill him without that anyway, because it's Petra.
She'll just use an iron axe.
I will remove you!
Thank you for playing Critical Emblem.
Night of the critical hits.
God, remember when we didn't get critical hits? Remember when we hit like a normal attack? You remember that? Feels like it was in 2017. Like the last time we hit a non-critical attack was before this game even came out.
So today is the 7th. 9/7/20. Night of the critical hits. Alright, there's my title for this one.
Goddess.
Eat it, bitch!
The beast is gone. Yet Miquelon and the lance
Gilbert, you didn't contribute anything at all. You don't get to say anything.
You
right
ran
now.
away.
It is done.
You ran.
Let's retrieve the
Cowardice in
lance
the
and
line of
depart
duty.
at once.
Bam. Yeah, good girl, Petra.
What a surprise. Who could have seen this coming?
Her motivation. Motivation is maxed out.
Motivation.
Connecting.
Oh, there we go. So now we just got like a story cutscene or two, and then
wow,
we're on to the next chapter. And by that I mean we're probably done. Given
This
the time.
last save was literally 3 months ago. 5:31. Wow.
It is almost in real time.
My, thank you so much. That man, his form was changed. It was as though that lance was swallowing him whole.
Music in the background.
Upon that sight, it makes sense that your students were upset.
Also, my look is mildly like, what's the word I'm looking for?
You look like
menacing.
The guy from Full Metal Jacket.
Yeah. I'm a badass and I will kill.
I wonder if those relics truly hide such power. Yet even still, that power seems familiar. That form as well. As one who wields the sword of the Creator, does that mean you possess that power too?
I feel like the power would probably go to whichever extreme, aka light or dark, that they tend to. That would be my assumption.
Professor,
Something,
you have
JRPGs.
returned.
Yeah.
The goddess is indeed generous with her divine protection.
Yes.
I have already heard Gilbert's report about what happened.
It's not that accurate. He wasn't there for most of it.
See to it that you keep what transpired at the tower to yourself.
And all the students that were there.
People would lose faith in the nobles should rumors spread of one using a relic and transforming into a monster. All regions of Fodland would fall into chaos. We must avoid that at all costs.
I'm guessing they find out, given that, you know, apparently all three factions, aka houses, are going to be going at each other at some point in time in the near future.
Please ensure the students who accompanied you understand that as well. Have I made myself clear?
Yes, you have, Pope. But I will be respectful. Be like, I don't think you understand how people work. But okay.
His transformation into a black beast was nothing short of divine punishment from the goddess.
Or just how the relics work.
Punishment for someone arrogant and foolish enough to use a hero's relic even though they were unworthy and unqualified.
Because they're selfish and evil, and thereby the relic would exemplify the worst of them, or the best of them if they're a good person.
Like something Captain America's hero?
Yeah, pretty much.
Of course. That is why we rushed to recover it. Sadly, we did not arrive in time.
Womp womp.
The church will formally return the lance to House Gautier, if you would.
Oh no, this lance. Maybe I can give it to Ferdinand. No, it looks too good
You
for
have
him.
my gratitude. I can see that I was
Actually,
right
it doesn't look
to
good enough
trust you
for him.
with this.
So I don't want him to turn evil.
Please report back. I will tell you of your new mission for the coming moon at that time.
Oh, thank you. Now, in what has been...
I assume the Archbishop was pleased with your performance. Did you return the Lance of Ruin?
Okay, are we really... Okay, the Lance of Ruin, are we really that surprised that the guy turned into a fucking monster? It's called the Lance of Ruin.
I mean, yeah, that's one of those things that you just shouldn't name things like that.
And yes, I did return the Lance of Ruin. I did not.
I keep thinking about what Gilbert told us.
Was this before or after he left the battle because he got his ass kicked?
Yes, Miklon was discarded by his family because he was born without a crest. Eventually, he became a masterful thief and gathered enough ruffians to capture a fortress. Right or wrong, he was a gifted leader. He could have been a great asset to Fodlan. What a waste! It's true that a crest can increase your magical abilities and allow you to wield the full might of a hero's relic. But one cannot measure a leader's worth based solely on whether or not they bear a crest. There are plenty of talented people in this world without one.
I like her
like
perspective.
Petra.
Yeah, oh God, yes.
And Dorothea, for that matter.
I completely agree.
People believe crests are blessings from the goddess, that they're necessary to maintain order in Fodlan.
No, I just need good people who want good things.
But the people are wrong. Crests are to blame for this brutal, irrational world we live in.
Blah, blah, something about monarchies and royalty, blah, blah.
Their power is granted only to a select few, whom we elevate and allow to rule the world.
Blah, blah, Illuminati, blah, blah.
Have you ever wondered if the only way to create a truly free world is to dispense with the goddess and the crests?
Whoa. 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 Hold. Ooh. Ooh. Okay.
Mike's over here like I'm just gonna brush off everything that's being said. Oh, wait, hold on, what?
I don't disagree, but you realize what you're saying could be considered heresy, right?
Do that? and people will have no choice but to rise and fall by their own merits.
I like that. I'm just saying. Potential heresy.
Lady Edelgard,
The Inquisition.
I question whether you revealed too much to the professor.
No.
Perhaps I did.
It is true that our teacher possesses a rare talent. Even I cannot deny it.
His blood would taste delicious.
The ability to wield the sword of the Creator is concerning.
Because I want that power.
I've already explained this to you. My power alone is insufficient. That's why I'm borrowing power from those people. If our teacher can wield it in my stead.
Interesting.
I believe that would be for the best.
It's a risk. A dangerous one. You leave me no choice but to take matters into my own hands.
Yikes.
Please excuse me.
Am I gonna regret leveling him
I
up?
can't hide from the truth. I can't do all that I must on my own. If all I can rely on is my own ambition, my path won't be easy. Is it so risky to reach out my hand? Father, I swear I will not stop until I succeed. My regret, my grief, my whole life, I've thrown it all away into the darkness.
Interesting choice of words. Like, she's probably not the primary
Professor,
antagonist, but
you have
could she
done
be
well
a
to
secondary
complete such a
antagonist?
difficult task.
Well,
Probably-
it depends what route you choose.
I'm guessing because I chose this route.
They do end up fighting each other.
Yeah.
You have shown exceptional skill in leading your students. I am forever grateful for the safe return of the hero's relic.
You're welcome.
Just as I expected, you have mastered the sword of the Creator.
It's because I'm the best.
Now then, I shall tell you about your mission for the coming month.
Oh dear God.
Archbishop.
First name. Just kidding. Formal name.
Seteth, what troubles you?
My chin strap.
Flane is missing. I
Uh-oh.
cannot find her
Oh.
anywhere. Professor, have you seen Flane recently?
There was that one guy with the windowless van that said free candy, but I thought that she didn't like candy.
She doesn't like candy. She likes fish, though.
She does like fish. I believe it said free bait.
Whoa, okay. Alright.
You ever said something and regretted it immediately?
Yes, indeed. I do believe I just witnessed one of those moments.
Yep. Yup. Oh, so much regret. Have you looked everywhere?
I have searched every corner I can think of. I could not find her anywhere. She may be in danger. Oh, no, no, no. What am I to do?
Calm yourself, Seteth. Professor, we shall continue our discussion another time.
I get the feeling I'm finding Flame next. And what I expect is going to happen here is I will save, and it's gonna be like, you have supports. I'm gonna be like, well.
No, because like
Okay, cool.
typically the supports
Part
are
White
like
Cloud,
something you can access from that menu
Horsebow Moon,
for the most part.
Rumors of a Reaper.
God, I love that voice.
That's Gerald's voice.
I know. I just
As
love
cold
it.
air begins to creep in from the north of Fargus, Fodlan welcomes the riches of fall.
Hey.
The women spend their days reaping the golden fields,
Getting that pumpkin
gratefully
spice.
embracing the bounty the goddess has once again provided.
For all their lives.
The men venture into the wilds with horse bows and empty sacks ready to be filled with game.
I can't think of a good fall joke with that.
Yeah, your attempt kind of fell flat.
Yeah, I know.
But no, all three of the lordlets, as I call them, are deliberately set up to be somewhat ambiguous. Like, I won't go into too many details with regard, or they're somewhat morally ambiguous, as to say, because I think I just said ambiguous and didn't add morally. But like, you recall the little analysis blurbs that it gave you about all three of them, where it specifically said that it's like, oh yeah, Claude seems really friendly, but also like he seems like he's putting on like a mask and he doesn't actually mean anything he says.
Yep.
And Dimitri seems like he's hiding like an inner dark side or something.
Yep.
They do a very good job of like making it very, very clear that there's not just one objectively super good, squeaky clean side to everything, and one like everything is evil.
Gotcha. So like
Okay,
how I
now
want
don't
Far
give
Cry.
us another cutscene, damn it!
I'm telling you, it's gonna happen. Fuck. They hate me.
You were right. You were right.
Oh, it's you. Out late again, I see. What brings you here?
Out late again, I see. You're more right than you know, Princess.
Yeah. I could ask you the same.
I just wanted some fresh air. There's a lovely breeze tonight.
Yeah, lovely breeze.
I always wander outside when sleep
Yeah,
evades
it's
me.
wonderful outside.
Like she stayed up late playing a video game too.
I'm gonna answer honest. I'm exhausted.
I see. Well, don't let me keep you. Hurry back to your room, my teacher.
Hypocrite. Okay, bye!
Too, but
But
have you ever felt a sort of longing for the outdoors?
Not even
once in a blue moon. Actually, I do, yes.
I have. There are times I long for the warmth of the sun, for a sweet breeze on my face.
I like where this is going.
Do you remember what I told you the other night? About my past?
Sure.
None of my siblings had a chance to lead the sort of life they deserved. An ordinary life.
Dear God. What a response.
Well,
fuck!
Perhaps if I tell you more, it will come back to you. My siblings and I were imprisoned underground, beneath the palace. The objective was to endow our bodies with the power of a major crest. I have always possessed the crest of Saros, inherited through the Hresfeld bloodline. But it was only a minor crest, and most of my siblings bore no crest at all. In order to create a peerless emperor to rule Fodlan, they violated our bodies by cutting open our very flesh. Now here I stand, the fruit of that endeavor, Edelgard von Hresfelg. But that came at too high a price. The others were sacrificed. Ours weren't the only lives devastated by that terrible process. Innocents died as well, without even knowing what they were dying for. And there you have it, the truth of the Hresfelg's empire.
It's unbelievable.
It is. But when you see my true strength, you will know that I speak the truth. I have kept it hidden all this time, but I will reveal to you the power of my second crest. It is the same as yours, the crest of flames. When it manifested for me, I swore a silent oath. For the sake of my family, and for all the poor souls whose lives were traded for my existence. For their sake, I will build a world where such meaningless sacrifice is never again sanctioned. As Emperor, I will change the world. I swear it.
I mean... Okay. I see nothing inherently wrong. It's just gonna be how, like, you know, she goes about is where I'm gonna where I could potentially have an issue. Come on, get us to Sunday. Sunday.
As I believe you are already aware,
Stupid
Seteth's
church
younger sister
cult
Flame has
people.
gone missing. At present, all we know for certain is that she has not left Garrick Mach.
How we
Flame
know that?
is not the
Nobody
type
knows.
of person to just wander off on her own without telling me where she is going.
I told her to leave it.
We know she hasn't left the church. Well, how do we know that? Is she in the church? Well, we haven't found her, so we don't know if she's still in the church.
Logic.
We have searched the monastery thoroughly, but have found nothing. I am now mobilizing the knights to begin searching the town. Troubling rumors have been running rampant lately. I do not wish to consider the worst, but...
There are rumors of someone prowling the streets and attacking innocents night after night. The Knights have investigated the matter. They have not discovered any remains, nor have they found any concrete evidence.
Double yeesh.
The people are panicked. They all insist someone called the Death Knight is coming to claim their souls with his blade. There is no way she could have escaped unscathed if she were captured by such a fiend. Where is she?
Seteth, recall that impatience begets error. Please do your best to calm yourself. I think of your sister as family as well. You know that.
Yeah, she...
You have my support. We will devote ourselves fully, mind, body, and soul to recovering her.
Mike has thoughts.
You know, I think it probably dawned on me before, but she does look quite a bit like Rhea, right?
Professor,
she does.
Your mission for this month is to help find Flame. The Knights have the town covered, so I ask that you focus your efforts on searching the monastery again.
She's like family. Me, possibly, like, well, I don't know, a daughter.
We do not have time to waste. You have your orders.
Heresy was in the church for the Pope.
We do not have time to waste. Yes, correct. Get off my screen. I'm tired.
Flame has gone missing?
Oh,
Most
damn it all.
unsettling.
It's recess!
It doesn't seem likely that she's simply gotten lost. I'll help in any way that I can.
So, our mission this month is to find her? Well then, let us hurry and locate her before anyone else.
Thank you for being so enthusiastic about it, Ferdy.
I hope Flame is okay. What would happen if... Just what would we do if...
Don't think about it too hard, Bernie.
You can't think like that, Byrne. Seteth would have a heart attack if he heard you.
He would have a lot of attacks. It would be a little funny.
I've heard that she has a crest, but I suppose for this moment that is irrelevant.
Helpful, Linhart. Very helpful.
Linhart is gonna Linhart.
We'll start by gathering information. Someone must have seen Flame recently.
Right. If we work together, I'm certain we'll find her.
Mystery Incorporated, aho!
Fingers crossed.
I mean,
yes.
It wouldn't dare do it. Okay. Wait.
Petra's birthday. I knew. See, I told you. Well, technically, it's not anymore because it's the 8th of September now.
But it still counts because this stream started. Oh, for fuck's sake! I can't do nothing, and we know damn well I'm not just gonna give her flowers.
I mean, it's speed tea. It's speed tea time.
Okay, so she is from out of the country. She's from the north.
She's not from the north.
West.
She's She's from the southwest.
Southwest.
She's
So
from an archipelago southwest of Fodlan.
a southern fruit blend.
You have my thanks for giving me your spare time.
You're very welcome.
I have gratitude.
The cookies are back!
I didn't have the munchies, so.
Perfect temperature.
All right, let's do this.
What?
So she. I don't know. Strong battalion.
I am in agreement.
Yes.
Yay!
Okay.
Let's discuss the strong battalion we are going to give Petra at some point.
Yeah.
Yes.
She's not food, sweets, equipment upkeep. That seems like her type of dealio.
I am in agreement.
Yes. 2 out of 3. Technically, like
They
2 out of
were
4.
drawn into the conversation.
Delicious.
Glad you think so.
Yes.
I feel like a new gambit will continue the combat theme.
I am in agreement.
Alright, you just have one left to go.
Okay, let's do this. Can we end the night on an observation?
God, how? So the thing is, like, which is stronger? Your desire to go to sleep, or your desire to sleep with Petra?
The ocean is far from Garreg Mach. I am feeling a bit lonely at times.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. That's a good question, though.
That's not a question.
Blush! Fuck!
Okay, thank God we don't.
I will be waiting
have
happily for you
we
to be
don't
inviting
have
me
to
again.
curve on Petra. Please, thank God. I'm so tired. So tired. I'm not tired of this stream. I'm tired of this day. I'm tired of life. I'm tired of being awake. I'm tired of being in this chair, not in my bed. Yeah, I was gonna say, no, you scroll down from supports.
Oh my God.
You definitely
That's
scroll
next
down. No,
week.
I will leave this Discord call. I'll stop helping you.
And that's next week. We're starting out with a fuck ton of supports.
Yes, next week. Goodbye, everybody.
He left. All right. Woofda. All right. Let's just go ahead and do this. Thank you guys very much for hanging out. I want to thank El Jefe for joining me. There we go. I want to thank El Jefe for joining me. That was great fun. Holy crap, we entered a new chapter. We celebrated Petra's birthday on kind of sort of technically not her birthday, but still kind of sort of still her birthday because the stream started on the 7th. On that note, guys, thank you very much again for watching. Thank you, El Jefe, for joining me. Thank you to Hollow, Void, Triple X for the follow. Thank you for hanging out. Void, Triple X Void, thanks for stopping by again. And thank you to all the viewers who came and hung out. I appreciate you guys very, very, very much. And have a wonderful night, guys. As always, stay safe, stay happy, stay healthy. And I'll see you guys on Wednesday for 2 dudes in 1 video. Goodbye.